Idia and Sebek do not get along well, with Idia giving up on attempting to converse with him during New Year's for Sebek being way too intense. Idia in tablet mode happens across Sebek during Tsumstid and observes, "Staying in my room enabled me to avoid an encounter with a loud-mouthed draconian." The Harveston event is possibly where Idia and Sebek overlap the most, with Sebek and Epel physically forcing Idia to the village against his will at Ortho's behest. Sebek is not impressed by Idia's dependency on the internet, and when Idia comments that it is something everyone needs, Sebek responds, "I'm perfectly fine without it," as he grew up in Briar Valley where not many places had internet access at all. Idia says, "Note to self, never visit Briar Valley for any reason, ever," and Sebek responds, "No one's asking you to." Sebek comments on Idia's shopping habits not resonating with him at all, and when Idia suggests the team name of beauties sleeping, Sebek vetoes it immediately for not suiting his image. Idia says that he would veto any name that actually did suit Sebek. Sebek tells Idia that past 6 a.m. he should be washing his face, getting breakfast and taking a morning walk, suggesting that they exercise together. When Idia refuses, telling him to be quiet, Sebek responds, "You may be a house warden, but you're a far cry from ours." Sebek is unimpressed with Idia's insistence that machines are more efficient than one's own body, saying, "At the end of the day, your body is the only thing you can count on. What if the machinery breaks down?" When Maria's wood-splitting machine breaks, Sebek goads Idia into fixing it, but he adds so many improvements that Maria can no longer use it. Sebek declares, "At the end of the day, you can only count on your own body." Sebek's physical prowess and Idia's engineering skills come together during Port Fest, where Sebek drags his food stall's broken cotton candy machine to Idia for him to fix it, as Idia had refused to go to Sebek's stall to do so. During the Harveston event, Sebek is reticent to having his sled pulled by a squirrel plushie, saying, "Can't I have a stronger animal?" Epel tries and fails to reason with him, leading to Idia stepping in and convincing him that the squirrel's top-tier speed makes it perfect for Sebek. Jade asks if Idia is telling the truth, and Idia reveals that their durability is so low that they come apart at the seams if they go too fast for too long. This is exactly what happens to Sebek's squirrel, with Idia then revealing the plushie's low durability. Idia says, "Oh, I didn't mention it," and Jade responds, "You did not." Sebek declares that standing by and watching Epel repair his plushie does not sit right with him, and that he will cheer Epel on as he works, insisting that the unwilling Idia join him. Jade points out, "You are partially at fault for not warning Sebek about the squirrel's durability," and then joins in himself. Sebek and Idia are often bickering during the Glorious Masquerade event. Sebek explains to Silver that he simply does not like people who do nothing but complain, and Idia responds, "Do you think if you don't like something it means you get to criticize it and that you're automatically right?" Sebek becomes violent in response, and Idia says, "You can't think of a counterargument, so you just jump straight to violence? Dysomnia's one scary dorm." Malleus comments on the childishness of the quarrel, and this is not the first time that someone has commented on the childish nature of their arguments. Idia calls Sebek's wish for the Wish Upon a Star event too cheesy for even a final boss henchman, and Sebek takes offense at the idea that a fictional final boss from a video game could be more powerful than Malleus. As they argue, Ortho observes that Idia has picked a juvenile fight after equating Sebek to a middle school student, but decides not to interrupt as it is so rare for Idia to interact with anyone who is not himself. At the end of the Glorious Masquerade event, Sebek approaches Idia to compliment him on how he handled Rolo, though he follows with, "You may be a twisted, irksome human, but I suppose even a broken clock is right twice a day." Sebek agrees with Ruggy's suggestion that they toss Idia into the air to celebrate him, with Silver encouraging Sebek to pick up Idia's legs, but Malleus interrupts.